to Middle East. At the start of Israel's weekly cabinet meeting, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed that Israel would continue striking Hezbollah and Hamas over ceasefire violations. Netanyahu also addressed the situation in Gaza, accusing Hamas of violating the ceasefire agreement and attempting to infiltrate Israeli territory. Netanyahu's office has confirmed that 5 senior Hamas officials were killed in airstrikes after a Palestinian gunman allegedly opened fire on Israeli troops. Rejecting criticism that Israel was seeking approval from Washington for its military actions, Netanyahu has firmly stated that Israel makes its own decisions regarding security, adding Israel is responsible for its own security. Netanyahu has also emphasized that Israel's commitment to neutralizing terrorist threats, stating the following.
בכמה וכמה חזיתות. בסוף השבוע הזה צה"ל יתקע בלבנון, ואנחנו נמשיך לעשות כל מה שדרוש כדי למנוע מחיזבאללה לבסס מחדש את כושר האיום עלינו. כך אנחנו עושים גם ברצועת עזה. מאז הפסקת האש, החמאס לא מפסיק להפר אותה, ואנחנו פועלים בהתאם. כל הדיבורים שאנחנו חייבים לקבל אישורים על כך מגורם כזה או אחר הם פשוט שקר מוחלט. אנחנו פועלים בלא תלות באף אחד. ההנחיות, הפעולות המיידיות לסיכול ההתקפות נעשות על ידי צה"ל באופן אוטומטי. לגבי התגובות זה עובר דרך שר הביטחון ומגיע בסופו של דבר אליי. ואנחנו מחליטים ללא תלות בשום גורם. וכך זה צריך להיות. ישראל אחראית לביטחונה.
Now for this discussion, we welcome Peter Baum. He's an editor at Weekly Blitz, joins us live from London. Thank you very much, Peter, for joining us again. Peter, thank you. Now, looking at this, what are the political implications of Israel asserting full independence from U.S. approval in its security decision with the situation given and their geography?
Yeah, I think when Israel undertakes tasks such as she has been doing, it has the backing of the Trump administration. You can rest assured that when Israel acts as she has been doing in the last couple of weeks in both the Syrian and Lebanese borders, and indeed in Gaza, that the Trump administration are fully aware of her actions and why she's undertaking those actions. So politically, I don't see any fallout with on this particular issue with Trump and the Israeli administration. However, there may be more consequences when it comes to the Israel's fallout with her European allies, such as France, Germany and the UK. I think it's in that level of discussion where there could be more stronger words applied to what Israel is doing. But as far as the political situation with the Trump administration, I don't see any imbalance or any change to the status quo.
Right. And how might Israel's targeted strikes on senior Hamas officials, do you think it changes anything on the ground for Hamas, and does it push Hamas closer to disarmament?
This is a paradox, because clearly Israel's intelligence is now better than ever with regarding to the Hamas leadership, not only because of the close relationship Israel has with Hamas's enemies in Gaza, the Palestinian enemies, I should say, the family clans, but also the information they've been receiving from those in captivity in Israeli prisons, Hamas operatives. Now, by undertaking these actions, clearly Hamas's power is further diluted, militarily becoming ever weaker. But politically, it could strengthen the Hamas position with those anti-Israeli nations and organizations who are still using the false narrative that Israel is purposely targeting Palestinian civilians, women and children, etc., when she's not. She's targeting Hamas operatives, and very, very occasionally I'm talking about in more recent times, there have been civilian casualties. So militarily, Hamas is definitely weakened. Politically, could be strengthened, although we don't see signs of that yet. Turkey and Qatar and the United States are still very much pressuring Hamas. And the other thing that we've learnt recently, which is all over some European media outlets, is that money that was raised for Hamas through charity concerts, through charities in Sweden, etc., has all been diversified to the Muslim Brotherhood. This has come as a very severe political blow to Hamas. The credibility of raising funds for the Palestinian cause and for the Palestinian people is now becoming under closer scrutiny than ever before, as funds were that should have gone to helping Hamas and the Palestinian people have done no such thing but gone into the coffers of the Muslim Brotherhood. So where Hamas thought that politically, by Israel breaking a ceasefire and by having Palestinians killed, there may be a political win, that's been undone, unfortunately for them, by the deflection of funds that should have gone into Gaza, going into the coffers of the Muslim Brotherhood. So again, I don't think any damage has been done to Israel politically because of these current strikes.
Right. Thank you very much, Peter, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now we stay in this topic. Israel's military has launched a new